Hey, Ram fans, I have my updated power rankings, my updated top 10, I should say. And who do we got? What are the changes we have? Well, not a lot, really. I shouldn't even be calling them updated. Very few changes here. I'll tell you who's out. Two teams out of the top 10. That's the Bengals and the Lions. The Bengals 0-2, the Lions losing at home to the Seahawks, and two teams in the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jags. And in the green room, waiting right outside the top 10 at this point, I have the surprising Washington Commanders on the strength of their quarterback, Sam Howell, getting it done. He is rising the ranks of my NFC quarterback rankings, in fact. Really weak crew of quarterbacks in the NFC, and Sam Howell might be one of the best. We'll talk about that maybe another episode. So, how does my top 10 stack up? Number 10 is those Saints, 2-0. If they play the Packers this week, that'll be a big game, kind of sorting things out as we go along here. I think the top teams are kind of making themselves more evident at this point. The top 7 especially, I think, are pretty solid. But the Packers and the Saints are two teams we're still trying to figure out. Saints still have that very good defense, and Carr running the quarterback show there. Number 9 is those Jags, the other new entrant to the top 10. They're 1-1. They host the Falcons. Now, that's a game us Ram fans got to be rooting for the Jags because remember, there's going to be four playoff teams, divisional champs, and I don't think the Rams are going to be one of those divisional champs. There will be three wild cards, and the Falcons will be one of those teams pressing for a wild card. I think the NFC South will probably only send one team to the playoffs, actually. So, the Falcons are going to be competing with the Bucks and the Saints for that number one spot there in that division. The second place team might be the odd man out, but still, we should always root for the AFC team in these interconference matchups. Number 8, the Cleveland Browns, 1-1. They host the Titans. How big of a blow is that going to be? Losing Nick Chubb, we'll have to see. Still a very good football team. Number 7, the Buffalo Bills, 1-1. They play the Commanders. And again, we should be rooting for the Bills in that one because there are four teams in the NFC East that could be playoff caliber. And if the Rams are looking at a wild card spot, we just need these teams to take losses. Any opportunity they have to lose a game against an AFC team, especially, we'll take that. Number 6, the Miami Dolphins. It was a little bit tougher than a lot of people thought playing New England. They got through it though. They're 2-0, and they host the Broncos. They should roll over the Broncos. Pretty solid team, the Dolphins. Number 5, I still have the Chiefs at number 5. They lost their opener. They had some struggles, against the Jags, but they're 1-1, and they host the Bears. Hey, if you're in a Survivor League, you need this might be as sure as it gets. The Chiefs hosting the Bears. Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens, 2-0. They host the Colts, and they're just rolling along. They're going to be in the playoffs one way or another, I think. Number 3, the Eagles at 2-0, and they've been at number 3 the whole year for me. Looking very good. Maybe not as good as Philly fans would like, obviously. We all heard the Boo Birds talk about that. We already talked about that in our loop around the league, right? And they play at the Bucks. So I don't know who we pull for in that one. We'll just see how it plays out. Number 2, the Dallas Cowboys at 2-0. They travel to play Arizona. That defense, man, lights out. Cowboys are a very good football team, and I considered moving them up to number 1. I'm just not sold on Dak Prescott yet. My number 1 team, the 49ers, 2-0, not looking as unbeatable as they did in week 1, but they're 2-0 with wins over the Steelers and Rams, two decent football teams. They host the Giants Thursday night, and that's a game they should win handily. Saquon Barkley's out. Those top 4 or 5 teams, I think they're all fairly even at this point. 49ers might be the most complete team, but I'm interested to see this 49ers Cowboys matchup eventually. That's going to be a good one. Cowboys defense is elite, so we'll look forward to that one. But that's my top 10. Got it there for you. 49ers 1, Cowboys 2, Eagles 3, Ravens 4, Chiefs 5, Dolphins 6, Bills 7, Browns 8, Jags 9, Saints 10, and outside looking in right now, the Bengals, Lions, and the Commanders. And you know what? If the Rams win Monday night against the Bengals, I might have to elevate them to the green room. How about that? That's all I got for my power rankings this week. Do it again next week. Hope you enjoyed that. Out here for now.